Okay, back with another paranormal site. So basically, yesterday we went through, with Tetsuo here, and we found out that he woken up as well. We since he woken up as a curse bearer, okay. So he did get curse, a couple of curse stones, okay, because we did take down a couple. So let me see. Um, Seven Mysteries. Uh, Whispering to now, no. Beckoning Light. Is this it? No, no. The Haunting Flappers. Oh, no, no. Kind of forget. Okay, so this is Tetsuo's one. Okay, and then he did have the Food Washing Mansion. The Food Washing Mansion, along with the Ever Burning Lantern. So right now, he have three he have three curse bearers, okay? So that's what we did, okay? Although we could have killed people, but I refrained from doing that, okay? Like, I think that's what Tetsuo should do. It's like he's not, too much into like bringing people back from the dead, but I think like the what happened was he's a little bit he wants his family back, okay? In other words, like in a to get back together because like their family's still alive, and like the curse bearer may think that as some sort of like, oh, we want to bring them back from the dead, okay? But the yearning to want to get back, so maybe that's why he was chosen, okay? And for Yako, it seems that she awakened as the curse bearer because she wanted to bring back her friend, okay? And just so happened that the curse that she had was this. Okay, which one is it? The Taiko Tsugaru, okay? Basically, easy to say, Taiko Tsugaru, the person, uh, the person it's based on is actually like a girl being bullied, okay? And Yako, she wanted to help out, her friend that is like some in being bullied. So in a sense, that kind of like the spirit resonated with her and gave her that as well because like first of all the spirit sympathizes with Yakuro. Second is that she wants to bring the friend back, so I feel like that curse like really don't really like her, and in terms of like sympathize, synchro with her, okay. Okay, and then now we have to go back to Haruin right now because why is that we met with the girl that um we met with we met with the girl that was with who was it? Okay, Ayame Tono. We met with this girl. She was with Yutaro, okay, and Yutaro what she wants to do is that she doesn't have a curse, but she wanted to like use the Rite of Resurrection basically by stealing it from a fully charged one from another person, and to revive this famous artist from the past, okay. And it's quite weird, okay, but she doesn't, in the sense that she doesn't want to get her hand directly dirty, okay. But I think she might kill a couple of people, but she was not chosen, okay. So with that said, we have to we are back as Haruhi Shigema, okay. And Richter Kai, he's tailing and he's trying to like look up for other clues as well, okay. Haruhi has received multiple reports about other suspected curse bearers. Although concerned about Ayame Tono, who is apparently also after the curse stone, she entrusts Richter to continue his investigation. Ding! 3 a.m. Like the longest that we went is at 5 a.m. with Shogo. Back here again. I left Richter to continue looking for curse bearers and came back home alone. Would this really be enough to gather the soul drags I need? What if nobody uses more? What if nobody uses any more curses? I'll lose my chance to bring him back. Wait, are you thinking of killing innocent people? Mansion. The old Shigemo mansion. We rebuilt it here after the Great Kanto earthquake. It's always stayed the same all these years, even the war didn't touch it. I never liked it growing up. I always wanted to live somewhere more modern. Speaking about residents, once a warrior clan of the mansion of Honjo, now a dynasty of police officials, the Shigema family is one of considerable repute. The family estate was originally located some distance from the city, but the Great Kanto earthquake 1923 forced them to rebuild in a new location. The Shigema mansion was at one time a bustling place where members of social elite mingled. 1 year ago, however, the head of the house was struck with a sudden melancholy, and ever since their mansion has stood silent as the grave. Surrounding, I can hear the wind rustling in the trees. Creepy. Oh man. Ah, Mockingbird! What the hell's this? Mockingbird number 5, the ostracizer. All sorts of food. Da 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 da. Ooh, entrance. Wait. Anything? Nothing? Nothing. Okay. Let's go. Go inside. I got a feeling. Got a bad. Oh? What the hell? Okay. A threatening phone call. After persuading Araishi, the curse bearer of the ever-burning lantern, to give up his stone, Kutsumi and Erio have obtained 3 curse stones in total. They continue their investigation of the town in search of the remaining curse bearers. It's 4 AM. Oh! Ojo? Well, with this, we have visited every place connected to the Seven Mysteries. This is the last spot, huh? And we've got nothing to show for it. Even though every last location looks suspect from the top to bottom, maybe we came at the wrong time. There might not have been any curse bearers around. Sounds like we need to do another round before morning comes in. If you ask me, like, they should not have talked like that. They should, like, you know, maybe like curse bearers like CB, like, or maybe someone has been observing our movement. Huh? No way! It's just a thought. Either way, we should check out this last place. Let's hope we finally get a lead. Let me guess, Richter is there. In Shibori Park. Huh? Wait. Oh, please. Oh, Shogo! Shogo! What happened to Shogo? What the hell is this? Is he dead? Damn it, we're too late. Was this a curse too? Hang on, I'm going to call this in. I'll leave it to you. I'm gonna take a look around. How did Shogo die? Okay, because I'm not sure whether Shogo this time is like whether he obtained the curse or whether, you know, which one is it? Boss, bad news. What is it? Another mysterious death was reported in the area just now. Oh shit. The medical unit and forensic team are on their way, but it will be a while before they arrive. Wait, this is bad news. So they got someone else? I think... Okay. Personal interest. So, Shogo and Yoko, okay? So I think like, after Yoko, you know, got taken in by Shogo, and like Shogo accidentally used the curse on Yoko, maybe there's a third branching point. Oh my god. This is what happens when a game that you're allowed to, you know, to screw around with the timeline. That you don't know which timeline you're in. You think this is the work of a curse bearer? With suspicious death propping up one after another, we have to assume it is. You're right. Can he use other curses? Wait a while longer. What's this? There's something stuck to the side of the phone. Come on, boss. That's not what we're supposed to be searching for. At least we found it. A young man in his 20s killed in cold blood. He's definitely dead, but I can't quite discern the cause from what I've seen. There are no obvious external wounds, but what is that leaking from his mouth? Water? Checked the surroundings earlier. There were no signs of a curse bearer or any curse echoes around. The ringing of the phone is the only sound cutting through the quiet park. That's answer. It's to me. We better check it out. You're right. But be careful. It could be a curse. Hey, I said we. You expect me to go alone? You're the one who's tough against this stuff. Don't worry, boss. You can do it. Go on now. Damn it. Yeah, now. Hello? Kinshibori Park phone group. Evening, Detective Sun. How are things looking out there? Is it Richter? Who is this? I finally got him. The real deal. Detective Tetsuo Tatsumi himself. Wait. The Chief Inspector Tatsumi now, isn't it? You've come a long way since we last met. I asked you to identify yourself. Man, have you forgotten already? After all the time we spent together? Like, Richter won't be this much of a, Richter, he's like a scheming guy, so I don't think that it's Richter that did this. What a time that was. As I recall, I gave you quite the runaround. Wait, is this... Kanejima? It's Kanejima! Damn! This guy. You know, this guy is responsible for the killing. Like right now, Fumichika Denjima, he's out on parole, okay, and he uses another alias, okay. So I think based on the information from when we play Yako, it could be him. It could be him, okay. I can't say for sure. What? Did you just say Fumichika Nejima? Like the one from Nejima Murders? Ding ding ding, you got it right. I had a feeling that the great Chief Tsumi would remember me. I spent 20 long years in a cellar thanks to you. That shit was not easy. You should be thanking me. Should have given you plenty of time to think and atone for your sins. Hahaha, that it did. I repented. My conscience is as clean as a whistle. Bullshit. 20 years in the prison doesn't even begin to make up for the shit you did. I don't know about that. After all, the justice system was gracious enough to grant me a parole. What? Is this the real Fumichika Nejima? He must still have a grudge against me for arresting him. So, is this payback? Damn it. Wait, if that's the case, Tetsuo would know about Harue. Okay, maybe not as a curse bearer, but they do know each other. I wonder if they remember. How'd you find me? How do you know where I am? That's my favorite part! The sound of confusion in your voice. It's to die for. This is delicious. I can't get enough. I'm not telling you shit. Have fun wrecking your tiny little brain for it. What's your goal? Now, you gotta understand. I've repented. Seen the light. I've been a good boy since I was granted parole. I even got myself a job. I've been serious about walking the right path. Well, that's very nice. Keep it up. But it was no good. When the opportunity arose, it was impossible to hold myself back. God, he have a curse stone, right? He have a curse stone. I knew I had to give you a little token of thanks or I'd never truly be able to have a fresh start. You get what I'm saying? No thanks, I don't need anything. No need to do all of that for me. Just try to live a quiet life. Oh, it's no hassle. No hassle at all. It would be all too easy to just kill you, to tear you apart. But that wouldn't be very satisfying. Certainly not after 20 fucking years of waiting. That's a long time to nurture a grudge. You fucking bet it is. I let it gnaw at me. Grow inside of me. I thought of nothing else. All that time, I played model prisoner, endured the harassment of those asshole guards threw at me. And I did it all for you, Tsune. So please, just accept my deepest and most sincere feelings. Sorry, but I'm afraid I don't feel the same way about you. Shut the fuck up. That attitude of yours is why I'm saving you for last. What are you planning? Whatever it is, bring it on. I'm not running away. I just told you I'm not coming for you yet. Pay attention when people talk, you shithead. You see, this time, I want to see you on your knees, weeping in despair, begging me for mercy. Oh, sorry, I'm so sorry, dear Najima. Please forgive me. I will not do it again. Shut the fuck up. This is exactly why I always hated you so fucking much. It was worth a shot. Did you really think that would save me, asshole? You must be crazy. Well then, we're both crazy. We've got so much in common. We should be friends. Enjoy cracking your jokes while you still can. I'm going to kill everyone you care about, one by one, till there's no one left. Sorry to disappoint. I'm a lone wolf. I don't have anyone like that in my life. Boss? What about me? Who the fuck cares about you? For me? Are you just trying to protect me? Get the clue, you dumb fucking idiot. There's not a single person you care about? I wonder what your sweet daughter would think if she were to hear that. Don't you fucking dare. I'm warning you. Ooh, very nice. This is more like it. She's living all on her own now, isn't she? Attending university and all. Such a good girl. Oh my, don't tell me that she just happens to live here in Honjo. What? She does? Nah, forget it. This isn't funny, asshole. I'm going to find you and make you pay for it. Ah, I love it. Keep going. I want to hear you lose your mind. It's music to my ears. Fuck you. Let's go. I'm looking forward to chopping up your precious daughter. It'll be just like old times. I won't let that happen. I guess I could give you a little hint. Go on. How do you see? I have the one-sided read. To me, you have the evergreen beach now. Nejima! You're a curse bearer? You're using the power of the curse? Indeed, what a peculiar curse it is. But that's where my head sent. Okay, give me a second. Let me check out. What does the reed do? One-sided reed. There was once an infamous rogue by the name of Tomezo who fell for a woman named Okoma. Tomezo persistently chased after Okoma, attempting to win her heart over and over again, but she rejected his advances each time. While in a sense that you can think of Nejima as Tomezo and Okoma as Tetsuo. Enraged by her indifference to him, Tomezo brought a dagger to a canal near Ryogoku Bridge and attacked Okoma. He cut the arms and legs off one side of her body, then threw them into the canal. Ever since then, the reeds growing along the canal have only sprouted leaves on one side. Damn, it really does remind... Tomezo is Nejima. So basically like Nejima, he killed girls. Damn. What a fitting curse. God damn it, the cursed echo wouldn't have fallen into the worst hands. What's your goal? Oh, one more thing we should discuss. In fact, it's the most important thing. I thought you were finally going to shut up. I'm already sick of you. It's all past. Oh, but you don't want to miss this. It's the main course. I could just go after your daughter, but something tells me you get bored. Nah, I'm good. You got me real fired up. You're in my head? Well done. But this is a gift tailor-made for you. I'm going to kill all the people you swore to protect. Every... You couldn't. Oh, but with this curse of mine, I can. I'll give you until dusk. Well, you have until dusk. By then, I could probably get a couple hundred people or so. And it'd all be your fault. Oh, it must be so hard to know they'll all die because of you. So tragic. It must be tearing you apart. Don't fuck with me. There's no way an amateur like you could pull off a curse that strong. Unfortunately for you, I absolutely can. My curse stone is a particularly strong one, which means I can have my fun without needing to hold back one bit. It's almost like the Feast of Shadows was cast just for me. You're surprisingly well informed about this. Who was it that tipped you off? Who knows? Then how about I kill you myself first and ruin all your fun? What about that, asshole? Idiot, you think I'll call it off just because you were dead? There's no running away for you. Ugh. I'll find you. I won't let you get away with this, Nejima. You've got 12 hours. 12 hours? Oh, you say dusk, not dawn. But still, the power is only able to activate during, after sunset? This is a bluff. Do you really think your paltry little organization will be able to make a dent in my plans? Wait, if I can make him lie and mislead me, can I use the curse on the phone? Oh, the sacrifice will be heavy. I can't wait to see you sobbing with regret. And I even have enough soul drag to pull off the Rite of Resurrection. How splendid. Wait, Nejima, you're after the... Anyway, see you around. Bye-bye now. I'm gonna kill him. I'm not holding back against Nejima. What? Hey yo, did you catch all that? Nejima, what is he planning? Who knows? For now, we need to find him and get him to custody. Send word to HQ. But the fact that the 7 mysteries are wrapped up in this is gonna make things tricky. You mean with Nejima being a curse bearer? Just our luck, really. He couldn't have been a worse guy. Sounds like his curse will be able to kill a lot of people at once. I like to avoid getting our investigators caught up in the crossfire. We'll use them to find out where he is, but then we're going in alone. We should try and collect as many curse stones as we can before then. Let's hurry. Aye aye, boss. I am out. Later. It was reported that a total of 3 suspicious deaths were discovered that night. Nejima's threats, along with the curses, were kept secret from the general public. However, the Honjo serial killing still made international headlines following the death of the police officer Hajime Yoshimi. At Tsumi's request, a large-scale investigation was launched into Tomichika Nejima's whereabouts. Tsumi and Arios themselves spent the rest of the night looking for the curse bearer in the area, but their search ended in vain. And with that, the curtain closed on that cursed night. 12 hours to sunset. Oh, he's gonna activate his curse when? He's gonna activate his curse when sunset. Remember, they can't do anything because, like, okay, well, let me see, what is it? Phenomena of curse. No. Feast of Shadow. Okay, Feast of Shadow is basically creating a, like, I will not say a barrier, but, an area of control that amplifies, spiritual energy and curses as well. Okay, so the point is, even though like we know that Nejima is benefiting for all this, who created this Feast of Shadows? This is too juicy. I don't want to go for it, but okay. Let's go for it. Bringing a friend means you have to pay the price. Yako makes it home safely, but still isn't sure about how to proceed with her curse. She worries about Mio as the night passes. Let's check up on Mio. Yako, Sakazaki, 8 AM. Wait, is that Mio? Okay, this proves that okay. No. No. Okay. It proves that he may be a curse bearer. Why? Because when we told him that Mio was in the school, she died. Okay. So in a sense, there's a high chance. I would say like 80% chance of him being a curse bearer, and he could be, Nejima. But then he doesn't. I Well, same color, but look at the pupil. He's not so small. Hmm. Could it be him? No, no, no. I don't think so. Oh well. Good morning, Yako. Huh? Yako, rise and shine. Huh? You're up. It's morning? Um, I. Are you okay? Can you remember your name? Duh. I'm. Spectre of this. Oh, it's the spectre of the spirit board. No, no, don't fall back to sleep. You must still be dreaming. Wake up. Yes, I'm Sakaragi Yako. Good. Oh, Mio, thanks for last night. Was everything okay? Yep, still alive. I couldn't dispel the curse echo or learn the identity of who used it, but I managed to at least get away. But in that situation, it's the best you can hope for. I'm sorry I got you involved in something so dangerous. I meant to look for you as soon as the sun rose, but I was just so sleepy. I can't even remember when I fell asleep. But you're standing here! It's okay, it's only natural to be exhausted after what you went through. Besides, I also feel bad that you've been wrapped up in all of this. Oh, hello, Shayla. Continuing from yesterday. It's supposed to be my job to prevent that from happening. Oh yeah, you said something about that last night. Just who exactly are you, Mio? Well... The truth is, I've been training in things having to do with the supernatural. Huh? You mean you can learn that kind of stuff like you would with flower arranging? I had quite an eventful childhood. That sounds like it must have been tough. Yes, it would take a long time to explain, so let's leave it at that for now. As fate would have it, I ended up as the apprentice, or maybe more like an assistant, to a notable paranormal expert. Schools have always had more paranormal disturbances because of young people tend to be more susceptible to these things. I'm sent to schools that may experience something paranormal and put a stop to it before it happens. Yeah, but how did you know that this is gonna happen? Oh, that's amazing. So it's like a part-time job you do while also being a student? Are you getting paid? Well, I do help maintain public order, but it's all part of my training, so I don't get any money. Oh, you got it rough then. But still, that really is amazing. You were so cool when you faced off against the evil spirit. I never knew if I should be happy when you compliment me like that. But anyways, that's why it's up to me to resolve any paranormal issues at the school. And why I'm going to look into the cause of all of this. But for now, let's head to school. Yeah. Oh, do you have your curse stone? Now that it's daytime and its power is diminished, I should be able to hold on to it. Want to give it a try? Right, I do have it, but... Yako. Is it really so wrong? Trying to bring Michio back on me. I can't approve of it. The ride might seem like a dream come true, but if it involves taking the life of other people, then... Yeah, true. I want to make sure this whole ritual ends without anyone getting hurt. That's what I believe, and what I'll put before anything else. I'm sorry, but is it okay if I hold on to it? Yako. I promise, I won't use the curse, no matter what. But maybe there's some other way. I just have this feeling that I shouldn't give up on the possibility just yet. That said, I'll help you, even if it's to stop the curses. For the Michio that still exists within me, I settle things so that we can move forward. Okay, but if you ever feel in danger, you can give me the curse stone at any point. Right. Thank you, Mio. Okay, let's go. Candy Shop Senoya. An old-fashioned candy shop located on a street corner in Honjo. It has been in Yaku Sakazaki's family for 3 generations. It looks like a real-life place, you know. Give me a second, I want to check out. I want to check this out. Senoya. Candy Shop Senoya. Oh, there is! But then it's like so... It's more modern now. It's modern, you know. We type Candy Shop Senoya, you'll see that it's very well, you know, it's refurbished. On the weekends, you can spot Yako watching over the store, cooking monjayaki, and playing traditional tops and card games with the local children. So, traditional candy shops are known for selling cheap treats for kids. It is not uncommon to see these largely private-owned businesses becoming something more like general store, selling food, drinks, utensils, and other daily necessities. Many families operate candy shop on the dirt ground floor of their home, known as the doma, with a space in the back where customers can eat monjayaki, as well as arcade games and capsule toy machine in the front. Such facilities make them attractive place for children to gather and play. However, the harsh reality is that traditional candy shops, which thrived during the period of high economic growth when many confectionery manufacturers entered the market, are experiencing a steady decline due to the rise of convenience stores and changes in children's interests and tastes. Yeah. Okay. Sakazaki Yako. PDM. Same time um when they call Tetsuo and Erio. I thought it's unusually noisy, but there's a big group of people and police in front of the school. Did something happen? If the police are here, then something must have. I'll go ask. Thanks. This isn't good. Huh? What happened? Let me guess. Teacher died. Don't panic, okay? The first teacher who came to work this morning found something. Okay. Told you. Told you. Mr. Jonochi was found dead in the middle of the school grounds. What? They're closing the school for today. But that's not all. I didn't know this either, since I didn't watch the morning news, but rumors are spreading that a number of bodies were found nearby. There's no way! Why? Could it be? Because of the curse? We don't know enough to say. From what I heard, Mr. Jonochi's body was in the middle of the school grounds, but his body was covered in bruises like he had fallen from somewhere high. Weird. Taking into account his unnatural death and the timing, it's very likely it has something to do with the curse. You're saying someone used their curse on him last night? Seems like it, doesn't it? But that's so scary. Yeesh! The curses really do kill people. And someone used it. Shh! Keep your voice down again. What would happen if another curse bearer heard that? Scary! Okay. Since body was discovered on the school grounds at dawn. I wish we had a little more information, but they locked up the front gate. Maybe we could sneak in through the back entrance. That person over there. Isn't that Hitomi Okuda? You're right. That's unusual. But she was at school last night too. She must know something about Mr. Jonochi. Let's see what she has to say. Oh Mio, wait for me! Huh? So you're telling me the two of you were the ones at the school last night? No sense hiding it then. Plus, I owe you one, Mio. I'll tell you everything I know. Huh? Thank you. She owes you? Yeah, right after I transferred here, there was a bit of a trouble. She gave me one of those, what was it? Oh, exorcisms. So that's what it was. Jonouchi theft. Did you hear about Mr. Jonouchi? Heard about it. I've known about it since last night. I saw that asshole bite it on the school grounds myself. What? You saw it happen? There's no way that she's the one that used it, right? Think about it. There's no way that if this is, you know, if she used it, she'll be so brazen about it. And remember, from the reports we got from this guy, okay? He's the police officer that was killed. Like she was close. Like he was able to like get through to her, okay? He was able to get through Tommy over here, and basically, you know, she was on the path of reform and stuff, but then somehow he died. Don't really know myself. It was pitch black. What I can tell you, but we took over Mr. Araishi's curse. There's no way he can use it, right? It was almost dawn, probably around 3. He started freaking out all of a sudden, ran out to the ground like something was chasing him, then screamed, "Ugh, somebody help me! Forgive me, Michio!" Or something like that, while he was running around. Michio? He mentioned Michio? Was there anyone else on the grounds? It was too dark to see from where I was. But just for a second, I think I saw a girl in a school uniform with her hair in braids. Oh. I didn't go out to make sure, so it could have been nothing. Could have been nothing for all I know. Then, I heard him begging for his life like, "I was wrong, and I'll do anything." Then, all of a sudden, his arms and legs snapped, even though he was just standing there. His arms and legs broke without anything being done to him. He fell over and quit moving, so I thought I'd better get out of there. Then, he croaked. That's all I saw. I see. But from what you've told us, it almost sounded like Michio's ghost chased down Mr. Jonouchi and killed him. Hell, if I know anything about that, I'm just telling you what I've heard him say. Did you tell that story to the police? Nope, and I ain't gonna. Can't count on them for shit. Not like they believe in such an insane story anyways. Right. But there must be at least one person in the police who was trusting, right? Yeah, I guess. There was this one cop who always got on my case about stuff. But he died the other day. Oh, he did? I'm sorry to hear that. Everyone who gets involved with me ends up dead. Maybe I really am cursed. Pisses me off. You got it all wrong. The spirit that possessed you wasn't that kind of spirit. Huh? It wasn't? Yeah, this was just an unfortunate coincidence. So I'm sure that was hard enough for you. That's all I know about that asshole's death. Hey Mio, I've been thinking of something. The way she described it reminded me of something. The way Mr. Jonouchi died. It sounded a lot like how Michio died. Of course, I didn't see it myself, but the state of Michio's body was in, it was like she had fallen from high up. Could they have been killed by the same curse? I don't think so. The curses of the Seven Mysteries hadn't manifested when she died. And if we can trust what the spirit board said, then Michio died in an accident. Oh, right. Let's ask about exorcism. Tell me, were you possessed by some kind of evil spirit? I don't understand it all too well myself. What I can say for sure is, thanks to Mio, the weird symptoms that were happening to me all went away. Yep, some people are born with supernatural sensitivity to the paranormal. They tend to end up isolated as they struggle to relate to the people around them. They also tend to draw spirits to them naturally. This can cause strange symptoms they don't understand, like headaches, muscle stiffness, and hallucination. Even memory problems. I'm sure it must have been very hard. So that's how it works, huh? So people also have their personality taken over when possessed too? It is possible with spirits who have very close relationship to their target, like sibling or a parent and child. But you almost never heard of them being taken over completely. It's when the two parties aren't in sync that those effects can start to appear. So the seances or whatsoever you see on TV are all bogus? Quite. They are mediums and diviners who can align their minds with the spirits they call. So they are people on TV who are just putting on a performance. Huh. They are people who in life had extremely powerful spirit sense or a deep connection with that person. But even they shouldn't be able to completely take over a person they possess. And even if they could, it'd only be enough to pressure them to choose certain behaviors that wouldn't be unusual for them to do on their own to begin with. Wait, that sounds just like us. Okay, so far we've been able to like go through several characters in the story, but the thing is that the storytellers say that basically we can make the choices for them, but they don't know why that happened. So like in the biggest example is Shogo, okay? So Shogo, there was one time when he was about to get killed by Harue, okay? Because he have a lighter, okay, like to trigger the curse. So what I did was I threw it into the pond, you know, and then like Harue was like, "Why did you do that?" I don't know. So are we the ghosts? That's a question to us now. But if that's the case, wouldn't you not know if you were choosing the behavior of your own will or not? Hence, why there are a lot of cases where people don't even realize they are possessed. So the spirits may influence their behavior and memories of the host. Just like when Mio asked, do you remember who you are? The deeper their connection in life, the easier it is for that to occur. I see. Getting possessed by a spirit is pretty complicated, huh? It must have been tough for you being possessed for so long, Tommy. Whatever might happen to me doesn't make any difference. Me being able to see spirits and stuff has nothing to do with how things ended up like this. Yeah, it's not like being able to see them is your fault either. The same thing goes for me. Maybe it's just something we have to live with. I think you have a knack for it yourself, Yako. I bet you could see them too with a little training. Yeah, we did saw like this ghost that tried to attack us, but Mio helped us to get over it. I think I might pass. So that's why you do the job you do, huh, Mio? I thought she was a weirdo when she showed up all of a sudden, saying she was gonna exercise me. If you hadn't said anything, I would probably knock your lights out. You tried to perform an exorcism on her without telling her anything? You see, in my experience, most people don't understand no matter how much I explain. They only accept my explanation after they see the results. Huh. I guess that makes sense. Okay, what happened in the classroom last night? Tell me, last night before you witnessed Mr. Jonos's collapse, can I ask what he and you were doing in the classroom? You're gonna tell the cops? Oh, right, with everything that happened with Mr. Jonosi? They'll suspect if we told them we saw you with him last night. Anytime something happens with someone like me, all those shitty adults start jumping to conclusions. I understand. I won't tell them. You wouldn't have been able to kill him anyway. If you say so, then I don't mind telling you about it. So last night, that piece of shit Jonochi called me over here, acting like he was gonna attack me or something. What? How terrible. Whatever, I'm glad he did. He had it coming. Calling people worthless and a cancer on society when he doesn't know shit about them. That asshole was the one always acting like scum, if you ask me. That's so. Could you tell us in more detail why he called you out in the middle of the night? It's hard to explain. Where to start? Start from last night. It's hard to explain where to start. You don't know his death? Jonochi misleads. What did you mean, Mr. Jonochi's acting like a scum? Was he doing something bad? You know Michio Shiraishi, right? The girl who killed herself? Huh? Michio? I don't know everything, but that creep of a teacher had some dirt on her. And he was able to blackmail her, call her up after school, and make her do whatever he wanted. God damn! What? What do you mean when you say whatever he wanted? Maybe that's why she looked so bummed out. I'll leave it to your imagination. Nothing that a couple of model students like you would ever get involved in. No way. That's how... What do you mean by dirt? I don't know anything about this. How could I not have known about this? Yako, I know how you feel, but try to calm down. You got guts acting like you were her friend. Jonochi really did a number on both Michio, body and soul. She probably felt she couldn't tell anyone, like she had to suffer alone. No. How terrible. Tommy, how do you know about this? I just happened to walk on it. I know the spots around school people go to when they want to stay out of sight. He ran off in a panic when I yelled at him, asking what he was doing. Walk in on it. I couldn't just leave her alone. Looking like she was about to cry, so I stuck around for a bit. She told me everything that happened in whispers. She probably figured I wasn't the type to spread that stuff around. But she never asked for my help. She told me that she was fine and to keep it a secret. Michio, why? She probably thought she just had to grit her teeth until it was true. She was naive. I tried to tell her that if you give guys like that an inch, they'll take a mile. She kept saying about how it was her punishment. She was soft. No. Of course, Jonuchi didn't change. He kept on doing what he was doing. I don't understand either of them, but that's as much as I was involved. And then, she killed herself. Nothing I can do about it now. Tommy, if you know about it, then why don't you? You're trying to say it's my fault? She told me not to say anything. She told me she was fine. So what the hell more responsibility do I have other than what I already did? Yako, there's no point blaming me. Michio. Why? The dirt on Michio. Did you hear what the dirt was? Nope, never heard what it was. But from the sound of it, he'd been blackmailing her since about a year ago. For that long? That day probably caught her doing something she shouldn't have been. She looked well behaved, but there's more to a person than meets the eye, you know. Wait, so she really is involved with the kidnapping of the kid? There must be some reason. No, got nothing to do with me. Classroom last night. So last night, how did it start? Alright. You remember that nosy cop I mentioned who was always on my case? He died at the former Yasuda Gardens a couple of days ago. Yoshimi was his name. He was part of the juvenile division. He didn't look like a cop at all. Real rough guy, but good at looking out for folks. So he was the only one I could talk to. So there was someone like that with the police. Too bad he ended up dying. Oh, another thing. One time he suddenly introduced his fiancée to me. It was hilarious seeing a big guy like that act like a shy little kid all of a sudden. He told me that she was like me when she was my age, and that she was on my side. It must have been terrible loss for her too. Yeah. I do feel bad for her when I think about how she must have faced. And I saw him at the garden the night he died. Oh no. Shit, now we can see the death? Oh god! Whenever I would get worked up over something, Yoshimi always took me straight to the park. Then he listened to whatever it was I was pissed off about. That day, he called me over there like usual, but something seemed off about him, like he was worried about something. Worried about something? Yeah, he asked me for a favor too. That was pretty unusual. A favor? What kind of favor? He handed me a weird talisman and asked me to hold on to it for him. A talisman. Yeah, just a normal good luck charm. I figured if that's it, then sure, I'll take it. I have it with me now. But that wasn't all. Then he told me that he wanted me to look for a talisman Michiyo Shirashi had to look. Then he told me that he wanted me to look for a talisman Michiyo Shirashi had that looked like this one. Huh? Michiyo? What does she have to do with this? Yoshimi had been meeting up and talking with her. Ah! Charge. While they were together, he noticed that she had like a special talisman or something. But apparently, Michiyo always avoided the subject. A talisman that Michiyo had. He knew that I knew her, so that's why he asked me that. Could there have been something that Michiyo couldn't even tell the police about? I knew things at home were a little complicated. From what I heard, Michiyo was keeping her mouth shut about what Jonochi was doing to her. Hard to talk with the cops when someone put dirt on you. And I didn't squeal on anything about Michiyo either. Michiyo, what is it that had such a strong grip on you? So basically, Yoshimi didn't just have his eye on Michiyo, but her talisman too. But after she died, he didn't know where it ended up. You know, Mike, from what I know right now, I think it could be that Nejima, like, it could be Fumichika Nejima is the guy that Michiyo's mother married to, and then he started all of this, you know. He started killing off Michiyo, and then like trigger all of this. So since I knew from school, he wanted me to look into it for him. Is there something special about the two talisman? I wonder why he gave it to you. Hell if I know. When I look inside it, there's just a weird, kinda grimy scrap of wood. So you've seen inside it. But from the way he was acting, it seemed important to him somehow. But to be honest, what he was asking is such a pain in the ass, I figured he had to be serious about it. Oh, and so you died right after that? Yeah, he even said to me, if anything happens to me, take those two talismans. Give them to a guy named Nakagoshi at the police department. Knowing what I know now, he probably felt that something was gonna happen to him. Wait, Nakagoshi, isn't that Miyo's... yeah, mentor? Do you know him, Miyo? No, I just heard the name, I think. So there really is a Nakagoshi. Nakagoshi. Isn't that the mentor? Anyway, it didn't feel right just ignoring a dead guy's last request. Tommy? Yeah? The talisman. Would you mind if I had a look at it? Sorry, but I don't trust you all that much yet. It's important to me. Oh, okay. Classroom last night. So, last night you were looking for the talisman Michiyo had? Yeah. And I figured that piece of garbage teacher would know the most about Michiyo. I asked him yesterday afternoon if he knew anything about her talisman. He gave me some cryptic response like, I can't talk about it now, come to the school at night. He even gave me the code to lock the back entrance. He seemed pretty willing to give it out, so I wouldn't be surprised if he used it for secret meetings before. Yeah. That Michiyo was using. God damn it! I can only imagine. We climbed over the front gate to get in. So yeah, we met up in the classroom in the middle of the night. But nothing he said made any sense. Like, I was really Michiyo and stuff like that. He went on and on about how it was my fault and that if only I hadn't been around or something. He grabbed a hold of me, breathing heavily. Were you okay? Yeah, that's right when you two showed up. I was able to get away while Jonochi was freaking out. Oh my gosh, good thing you got away. So it really all thanks to you that I got away. But I didn't get any info about the talisman, so the whole thing was sort of a bust. Afterwards, I was wondering what you two were up to, so I hid nearby. Then I saw you and old man Ashimiya talking, and then Mio showed up. Oh, you did? That's also why I saw Jonouchi came back outside and bite it. See. So you were only here to look for Michio's talisman? I was dumb to fall for that creep Jonouchi's trap so easy. It could have gone a lot worse, but I lucked out. What you described does sound like Michio killed Mr. Jonouchi. He did have a reason to hate him after all. No way, you mean that really was her ghost? Like for real? Those who die bearing strong resentment or regret can occasionally become spirits, either bound to a place or roaming freely. However, it usually be impossible for them to kill the living. Most don't have that kind of power, but it's possible they possess someone close to them to act on their lingering regrets. Huh. Wonder if that's what happened. Alright. Then supposing that's the spirit Ford said is true about Michio's death was an accident, then she must have some regret. If she really hadn't given up on living, that is. I don't think she was the kind of girl who would just give up no matter what the situation. I don't really know, but she didn't seem like she had something tormenting her so much that she killed herself. And that's all I know. Happy? I still gotta look for the talisman. Sure, thank you, Tommy. If you two find out anything about Michio's talisman, we'll be sure to let you know. Thanks. Oh, can we get your contact info? Where can we normally find you? Right, I'm not at home most of the time. I'm usually at a friend's place. Here's the phone number. Thanks, we'll call her if we need to talk with you. And, what is it? You're easy to talk to than I imagine. I'm kinda scared at first, but not anymore. Just one thing. Just one thing I would like to say. Please don't tell me that your friend... It's her. If your friend is Ayame, like... Fuck. That's a crazy girl. Shut up, you were the one avoiding me. Anyway, catch you later. And don't die out there, okay? Thanks, we'll be careful. Man, a lot of mystery, like kinda like the spell after all of this. Alright then. We got a lot of new information. Sounds like Mr. Jonouchi was killed by a curse, just as we thought. Hello Shayla, you're back. Which means there was a curse bearer at the school. Multiple in fact. Multiple? You think so? Yes, the curse echo we experienced in the school and the one that killed Mr. Jonouchi seem to be different. The people in the school at the time other than us were Mr. Jonouchi, Tommy, old man Ashimiya, who you ran into. I was thinking it would be among them, but there was one more person. He told me saw a girl in school uniform with braids. From what Tommy was saying, it doesn't seem like she's one. Mr. Jones is pretty suspicious though. But if he were a curse bearer, it would certainly explain why he was killed. Right, that's why I say there are multiple. Alright, the person who killed Mr. Jonouchi would have to be one too. Which means it must be either the mysterious girl or the old man Ashimiya. Yes, we could certainly be careful of them. That said, the mysterious girl and the fact that Mr. Jonouchi thought it was Michio that was attacking him has me wondering. Of course I doubt Michio herself was actually there, but... Oh, I just remembered, I also saw Mr. Araishi outside the main gate last night. You did? It's likely he's involved with the curses given that he's the one doing research on the Rite of Resurrection. But, we, as Tetsuo, able to confiscate it, so he doesn't have that. Okay? So we'll have to be careful of Old Man Ashimiya and Mr. Araishi. I want to believe that not all cursors will be hostile, but as for what to do now, I'd like to find out who's responsible for the Feast of Shadows and that set this off and how they did it. I don't think we'll be able to end this without stopping it at its source. That makes sense. In which case, next we should do what exactly? We'll need to talk to Mr. Araishi. He definitely knows something. It should be safer during the day, so I think we should try to look for him. Got it. I'll help in any way I can. But the school is closed. I wonder where he could be. Let's try heading to someplace someone may know where he is. Where to go then? School up first. 9 AM. And so, Mio Kurusuzu and Yako Sakazaki decided on their next location to investigate. Dang it, it's stop over here, so we have to go. Okay? It means that we have to go to something else. Okay. Hajime Yoshimi's death, Nejima's threat of mass murder, the problems just pile up. Putting the detective's goal of collecting all the curse stones is in jeopardy. Utsumi leaves Erio to handle the investigation while he catches a quick break. Beastie Body Park. Sorry for the wait, boss, but I managed to gather some information. Took you long enough. Well, we got ourselves into quite the mess. Strange death popping up all over the place that may or may not have something to do with the curses. We also need to keep looking for Yoshimi and Enjima. For now, we better start off following up on a few leads we've got. Yes, I better see what Ario found out. Before that, check the surroundings. Forensic had finished their investigation, the body had been carried away. That said, we are still closing the park to the public, at least for the time being. This face was giving me the creeps last night, but it's pretty normal now with the sun out. He's been up all night gathering information. Must be nice to be young and have that kind of energy. But I'm glad to have him on my side. He gave me a chance to rest up. Things at the station were pretty hectic, but I managed to get some info. Let me fill you in. Thanks. The floor is yours. 0 killings. A total of 3 mysterious deaths were confirmed in the area, including the one in the park. So let's start off with that one. The young man we found here. Okie Shogo. 25 years old, a regular old office worker who worked around here. He died of asphyxiation due to water in the lungs. He drowned. He drowned in the middle of the park? Wait, did he die by his own curse? Because remember, he's related to the Whispering Canal. So, canal, water, maybe? That's not possible. It's gotta be the curse we're dealing with. About that, boss, isn't this park associated with one of those mysteries too? Yeah, the Whispering Canal. It does seem like there had been a link between canal and death by drowning, don't you think? Sharp thinking, Ariel. You're starting to get the hang of this. So let's assume they're related. What's next? Before that, the body of a woman was found behind a residential complex in Kamezawa. The victim was identified as Tawako Hayashi, a 29 years old. She was an office worker who lived on her own in the area. And as for the cause of the death, well, yes. The entirety of her body was crushed by some kind of strong external force. No murder weapon was discovered in the area, but considering the way she was found, we're looking for something large, flat, and heavy that could have crushed her in a fell swoop. Let me guess. The foot washing. Hang on, are you saying she was stepped on, meaning the foot washing mansion? Exactly. Crushing is the foot washing mansion's modus operandi. The place the body was discovered is also known to be related to the Seven Mysteries. Then, is this Namigaki's doing? Shit! I knew he used it. Judging by the amount of soul drag, the victim was just a regular person, not a curse bearer. Guess we should report this to the paranormal affairs. Got it. And as for the third victim... Yoko? Oh, okay, it's not Yoko. So in other words, Yoko got the Whispering Canal, is it? Not many questions. He was identified as Kohei Jonouchi, 32, a teacher at Komagata High. He was found in the school courtyard. Cause of death appeared to be external trauma from fall or heavy blow. The impact crushed his arms and legs. Since he was found in the middle of the courtyard, he couldn't have fallen from the gymnasium or the main building. A teacher dying at school. And not just any school, Komagata houses one of the Seven Mysteries, the Taiko of Tsugaru. The Fool's Procession. Wait, Taiko of Tsugaru? Oh, Fool's Procession. Taiko of Tsugaru. The Fool's Procession? That's right, I was going to say that one, I swear. We can't rule out the possibility that this death was also the work of a curse. I see. Either way, it seems all three victims can be tied to Seven Mysteries. There's probably a curse bearer at the center of it all, pulling the strings. But you've got a point, all these strange deaths do point in one direction. That's right, and Hajime's case wasn't all that different either. He also died mysteriously of mysterious causes in a place connected to the Seven Mysteries. Problem is that the timing doesn't match up. He died before the curses were activated. Could he have been hit by a different curse? One that didn't have anything to do with the Seven Mysteries? That's a thought, but if that were the case, we'll be dealing with a powerful practitioner. One who could pull off a curse like that without using a curse stone. There aren't many people in this day and age who could do something like that. This face is a little bit weirdly cute, like kind of moment. Oh, really? I see. I don't know too much about this stuff. I'd be more surprised if you did. Okay. Looking at the death, it seems like many of the curse were acted last night. We can't rule out that there were more killings which the bodies haven't been found out. Yikes! I hadn't thought of that. But there is one silver lining. Judging by my own curse stone, it seems that the curse can't be activated while the sun's out. Oh, that's great news! So basically we're safe during the day? Exactly. It's also likely why Nejima gave us till dusk. He must have known the curse stones couldn't be used during the day. Either way, we got till nightfall to settle this. It's time we flushed out the other curse bearers. Aye, boss, let's do this. Curse bearer. At the moment, we only know the identity of 4 curse bearers, you included. Yutaru Namigaki had the foot washing mansion, and Hideki Araishi had the ever-burning lantern. You've got both their curse stones. And then there's Nejima, who claims he has the one-sided read. Yeah, that sums it up. Okay, thank you. Okay, we took hold of it. Taiko Tsugaru, Beckoning Light. But they don't know this one, right? This one should be emptied. These two, like, they are not sure. We better figure out who the remaining 5 are, quick. How should we go about looking for them? There's no point in searching blindly without a lead. Let's focus on other things for now. Tracking down Nejima may lead us to the other curse bearers too. Either way, he should be our top priority. He should do something real he should do some real damage if we don't get him. Also, I want to look a little more into Yoshimi. I got the feeling there's some connection there. Aye boss, sounds like we got our work cut out for us. Yoshimi. I asked around Sumita's community safety bureau, where Yoshimi was stationed. It seemed he was investigating the apparent suicide of a girl named Michiyo Shiraishi. Ah yeah, I heard about that. He was trying to determine whether it really was a suicide. Looking into the height of the building, the force of the impact, her wounds, all that, he must have suspected some kind of foul play, plus he ordered a full investigation. But it'd already been deemed a suicide, and his superiors told him not to go stirring things up. Huh? What was the evidence? According to the report I found on his desk last night, the body was found at the foot of a building, a ways away from the road. There was no evidence of vehicular collision, so it was ruled a suicide. But he thought there was more to it. Yes, a truck or other flat-faced vehicle traveling at high speed could have inflicted similar damage. In other words, sometimes a traffic accident can look an awful lot like a fall. So there is a chance that it wasn't a suicide. But what a terrible way to go. There were no brake marks on the road, meaning it would have been a hit and run. The vehicle would have hit her without slowing down at all. This is turning into quite the grisly case. But the vehicle couldn't have come out from a collision like that unscathed. Exactly, so I asked the traffic bureau to keep an eye out for any vehicles with front damage. But I haven't heard back from them yet. I don't think they are looking very hard. So we've got no proof? That said, it was a traffic accident rather than a suicide. It's possible that someone silenced Yoshimi because he was on the verge of discovering the truth. That's true? You think the driver is the one who did him in? Not quite. Yoshimi had already talked to the forensics and traffic bureau, right? His death wouldn't have covered things up. You're right on that. Even if the suicide was a cover-up for a hit and run, it doesn't seem like enough reason to kill a cop. Oh, that's right. Unrelated, but I got something else too. I managed to get a hold of Michiyo Shiraishi's address. Yoshimi went there a bunch over the course of his investigation. Might be a good idea for us to drop by too. Good thinking. Hopefully it'll give us some more leads. Alright, let's move on to the next topic. Remember that girl Yoshimi met the other day he died? One Hitomi Okuda? Community safety didn't have any contact information on her hand. Not even an address? Well, they had her parents' information, but when I called, they said they hadn't heard from her in a month. Lots of family issues from the sound of it, but they even said they didn't want anything to do with her anymore. That said, she still goes to school once in a while, so we might be able to find her there. Not sure we really have the time for a stakeout right now, but she could be a key witness. Can't we have a community safety tracker down for us? We can, but it might be tricky to get it done today. For starters, Komagata High School is closed today. Ah, because of the teacher that died. That's right. Alright. But if it's not something we can do today, we might have to forget it. Let's move on then. Man, he's a pro. Like he knows what he can do and what he can't do. Like on the spot, he can make judgment on that. I got information about Yoshimi's fiancé from the community safety. Her name is Mayu Chozawa, 27 years old. He works as a beautician in the area. Look, I even managed to get a picture of her. She sure is a beauty. But show us the picture. Show us the picture. Show. Oh boy, here he comes. But what? Community safety hasn't been able to contact her since Yoshimi died. Not by phone or at her house. In other words, no response. Dead silence. There it is. Can't things just be easy for once? E. It's definitely starting to look suspect. A crime of passion, perhaps. It is fairly common for people to be killed by a lover or spouse, but Yoshimi was well liked, and they even been together for over 10 years. You never know. Things could be different behind closed doors. Guess so. But from how Hitomi, explained, Yoshimi, love her so much that he act like a shy kid, even though like he's like a big bro, like always, hey, what's up? So imagine him being like that. He really must love her, but we can't say about her. Okay. It could be that the same person who was out for Yoshimi is after his fiancée as well. She could be in danger. Ah, that's more likely. You're right. Either way, she's important to the case. HQ already has people looking for her. We'll know as soon as she's found. So, Michika Najima. HQ has mobilized a search unit for Najima, but so far, we haven't received a word. Guessing he wasn't at home or at work? About that, apparently he vacated his last known address a week ago. Isn't that right after Michio's, suicide? You serious? So we have no idea where he lives? And guess what? I checked in with the factory he was working at. They told me he was only there for a month before he quit. Hold on a second. You're telling me nobody caught that? Well, I had the same thought, so I spoke to his probation officer. Turns out he'd been doing house visits and interviews, but never bothered checking on his workplace. He also said he lost track of Najima when he moved to a new place. Jeez, that's sloppy. I heard that they are giving parole to just about anyone these days because they are running out of room in the prison. Which also means there aren't enough probation officers to go around. This is probably overworked. So Nejima's got the fuck about unsupervised. God damn it! That asshole is annoyingly good at faking remorse. Or insanity. Whatever the situation calls for. Back when I arrested him all those years ago, just talking to him left a bad taste in my mouth. He's probably hiding under a false name, which will make it hard to track him down. That explains why he so brazenly made contact. That asshole, he's mocking us. Well, for now, the paperwork to circulate his name and mugshot is being filed. That's gonna take way too long. We only have until dusk. To Michika Najima. Speaking of Najima, yeah? Did you manage to reach your daughter? It'd be best to put her into protective custody as soon as possible. Not yet. I can't reach her. They call, but she's not picking up. Wasn't home when they went to check her house either. That's not good. Does that mean she never came home? And why weren't you the one trying to reach her? Shut up. I don't have her contact information, alright? Damn, she really doesn't trust you, huh? Either way, I told her mother that it was an emergency, and that we sent an officer to find her and get her to safety. She was real reluctant, but I got her to agree. I guess that explains why you got divorced. But if you, her former father, can't find her, how the hell did Nejima do it? Oh, Murray. That cuts deep. Yikes! Sorry, it just kinda slipped out. Anyway, I just suspect it has something to do with his curse echo. Back on topic already, huh? He said his curse echo could kill a lot of people in a short time. It may even allow him to act from a distance. So, and, AoE curse? Like, okay, I'm aiming at that block over there, or like that building over there. Whoop! Everybody died. I see. The one-sided read. What was that story about again? Something about a man stalking a woman who goes insane and chops her up. Alright, one of the more gruesome of the Seven Mysteries. Okay. As for Nejima's whereabouts, all we can do is throw more people at it till we find something. I'll check in with the HQ frequently to see if they got any updates. And that's about it? Why is it so cheery? This murder cases! Why this big PGM now? Shall we continue our investigation? Don't you need sleep? We could go to Komagata High School or to look for Kitomi Okuda, or to Michio Shirashi's house to find out more about her. There's a lot we need to do, but there's not a lot we can do. This ain't looking good. We gotta run. We gotta run out of time if we don't do something. Gotta keep moving. Okay, let's save. Ding. For that, let's check around. Nope. Let's move. I'll leave him first, okay? I'll leave him first. With just fast approaching, they have no time to waste. With that in mind, Tsumi and Ario direct their investigation towards Komagata High School and the Shiraishi residence. Go to Komagata High School. What time is it? Please tell me Hitomi's still there. Please tell me she's still there. They do have a picture, right? Hey! Here we go. Here we are, Komagata High. Now, since he's in the paranormal department, he should know about Mio, right? Here we are, Komagata High. Classes are suspended for the day, so the students are just kind of wandering around aimlessly. The news of the dead teacher has also attracted a fair share of rubberneckers. The atmosphere is kinda tense with this many cops around. Ideally we could talk to someone who was involved in the incident. Easier said than done though. Is there something on my shirt? Don't tell me I think. This way isn't only connected to the case because the students were under Yoshimi's jurisdiction. It's also the site of the Fool's Procession, and of course where the teacher was killed. Seems like a likely place to find some clues, don't you think? Huh? That? Boss, what is it? You wanna talk to those girls? I do. Yeah, I do. This is divine intervention. We were brought here for a reason. Come on, Ariel. Huh, what? Hey, aren't you? You must be the high schooler skirting the child labor law who I heard so much about. Say it again? Sorry about that, he's with me. Mr. Tsumi, if that's how you feel, maybe you should look into improving my working conditions. I prefer not to work for free, to be honest. Don't you worry about that. If you help us out, you can have whatever you want, Foster Street. Wait, really? Thank you so much. I've always wanted to go to a fancy sushi place. Oh yeah, like one of those places in Ginza. I've never been. Let's go. Look at his face. Look at his face. We got us have a deal, right, boss? The girls are already after this. Also fucking wrong. Edio. Hold on now. What just happened? I never said sushi? Looking forward to it, boss. Wait, since when were you included? You guys are funny. You should do a stand-up. I thought they were. Sushi? Sushi, huh? Well, if that solves the case, it's a small price to pay. I'll just expense it to the paranormal affairs later. Okay, fine. It's usually easier to let Aria do the talking when it comes to younger people, but you only have a day. It'll be quicker if I take the reins this time. But he did manage to win them over with a promise of food. Let's see how this plays out. This is one hell of a coincidence, huh? That this random girl you know is already involved with the case. Forensic is still investigating the area. I didn't really want to bring those kids to a place like this, but there were too many onlookers outside for us to speak comfortably. Besides, it would be good to have Mio look around and see too. So, what's that rope all about? It indicates where Mr. Jono's body was found. They moved his body, but this way we still have an idea of how he was found. Yikes, that's a little gross. You can even see how his arms and legs are. Cool it, Ariel. You're scaring her. This kind of stuff is a little too much for a kid. Hey, I'm pretty sure she's only asking for because you were staring at it so intently. Oh. No stickers, right? No stickers, right? Okay. So this is Yako Sakazaki. She was with Mio. Could she be a friend? Did Mio finally made a friend? If she did, it would do this old man's heart good. But I better not say that out loud. Don't want to make her look bad. Mio Kurusuzu. She's like a disciple of the Paranormal Affairs Chief. I heard that she helps out with investigations free of charge under the guise of training. Although she's my old boss's protege, she helped me out plenty while I was in the Paranormal Affairs. She may look meek, but she got a strong spirit sense, sharp instincts, and courage. Plus, the brains to back it all up. That said, I can't help but to think there's some kind of darkness following her around. Come on, she's cute. Huh? You want to talk to me? You're probably better off asking Mio. So, how much have you been able to figure out? Well, I know what happened around midnight last night. Someone invoked the Feast of Shadow, which boosts the power of curses, then brought forth the Seven Mysteries of Honjo. It allows even those who do not have the power to cast curses to gather soul dregs for the Rite of Resurrection. At least, that's my hypothesis. Sounds about right so far. I'm sure you know, there are actually 9 mysteries, not 7. When the Feast of Shadow was cast, the curse stones appeared before those who wanted the Rite of and the locals of 7 mysteries. We managed to gather 3 curses stones so far, including the one I got first, the Evergreen Beach. You got 3 already? Wow! We had the curse stone from the Fool's Procession. Well, Yako, the girl standing behind me does. That's me. Yako, the girl standing behind me. She does? Is she alright? We could take it off your hands. Well, the Feast of Shadow has no effect during the day, and there's still something I want to find out. Alright, I'll leave the full procession with you two then. You know, it's also a good idea, because like, if Tetsuo went down, at least both of them like have backup, you know? Thank you. Please keep collecting the other curse stones. I'll be looking for a way to stop the Feast of Shadows. Should you call your boss? Okay, got it. That should make things go more smoothly. What about the other curse bearers? Have you run into any of them? Well, last night at school. You were here last night? Yes. You see... more. Huh. You two were using Spirit Board. That's so cool. So that's when you ran into the Curse Echo. I'm glad you survived the encounter. Somehow, we managed to get away without accidentally setting it off. The Curse Echo we saw took the shape of a woman, missing an arm and leg. Ejima! What? A woman? That's the one-sided read! This is bad. What's so bad about that one? The curse bearer of the one-sided read is... Ejima! He admitted it himself! That's his curse! You fucking idiot! Shit. Oh, that's right! But if that's the case, Nejima might have been here all along. Mind blown. I mean, it's possible he was lying to us, but what? Who's Nejima? No clue. About Fumichika Nejima. So, Nejima is trying to take advantage of the Feast of Shadows for his own nefarious purposes? Huh? He said he's going to massacre the city at sundown today? And he's trying to get to your daughter too? That's why I've been trying to find him, but to no avail. Honestly, this information has been the most useful we've gotten so far. So just to be sure, could you tell me who else was at the school last night? Well, as far as we know, there was us, Mr. Jonouchi, and one of our classmates, Hitomi. Old man Ashimiya. Yeah. Wait, Hitomi, you mean Hitomi Okuda? The second year student? Well yes. Why? Boss! So she was here last night. Hmm? I saw Hitomi earlier though. She didn't seem like a curse bearer to me. You did? Did you talk to her? Yes. Would you mind if we asked you a few questions about that? Hitomi said she didn't want to talk to the police because she was afraid she'd become a suspect. So I can't tell you anything unless you swear you won't drag her into it. I see. Don't worry, this is a different matter. A different matter? You mean about the police officer, Mr. Yoshimi? You know about that? Did Hitomi say anything about him? Yes, she did actually. Oh come on, what's up with this BGM again, man? Why? Okay, there's no stickers. Fumichika Nejima. If we're talking about the people who were at school last night, there was one more person, though I'm not too clear on the details. There was someone else? Apparently, Tomi actually saw Mr. Jonouchi getting cursed and killed last night. What? Talk about some vital information. What she said happened was, Michio was the one who killed Mr. Jonouchi? Are you sure it was Michio that she saw? Well, that was what she told me. I wasn't there. That must mean there was another curse bearer here last night. Jonouchi was killed by a curse, so someone had to have been there, whether it was Michio or not. Yeah boss, do you think it really could have been Michio's ghost? I mean, based on what we've heard, she does have plenty of reason to be vengeful. I'm just mimicking his lip. Calm down. Just because the paranormal exists doesn't mean anything is possible. It's still possible that Nejima was behind Jonouchi's death. But what about Hitomi's story? About this janitor, Ashimiya was it? How old is he? Do you know how long he's been working here? Why? Why are you so interested in him all of a sudden? Yeah. Okay, Nejima was released like earlier this year, maybe half year, and Ashimiya, you know, he started becoming a janitor half a year ago. It makes sense. I only just transferred to this school though, so I have no idea. He's around 50 years old. He came to our school about half a year ago. No one knows what he did before, so there are all kinds of rumors about him. I see. Thanks, I'm starting to get a better picture of all of this. Huh? Listen up. It's not uncommon for former prisoners to find work under alias after their release. The notoriety attached to their former name can give in the way of proper rehabilitation, you see. What are you? No way! Ario, have the officers apprehend the janitor. He worked the night shift, so he might still be in the overnight room. Yes, right away. Boss, bad news. Apparently the room's been empty all morning. Sounds like they've been looking to question Ashimiya too, but couldn't find him anywhere. No. That's all but confirms it. Just one more thing to check. Are they ready for all this, Ashimiya? The old man seriously hated getting his picture taken. He always avoided. Ario, call an urgent search for Makoto Ashimiya. We can't let him get away. Yes sir, I'll contact HQ right away. This is one hell of a coincidence, huh? Blah blah. Oh my, I didn't expect this at all. Yeah. How could that old man have been some horrible criminal mastermind? Can't believe it. And a curse bearer on top of that. To think he was so close to us this whole time. Ugh, gives me the chills. A guy like that shouldn't have been allowed to work at a high school. Let's hope it isn't already too late. Oh! I may have shown Miss Ashimiya my curse stone last night. What? I don't like this one bit. Nejima did say he wasn't specifically targeting curse bearers, but I'm glad nothing happened to you. Wait, but then, could it have been Old Man Ashimiya who attacked you in the hallway? Ah, I almost told him you were still in the building too. What? You did? Yikes, good thing I didn't say anything. It was him! Huh. This is too much, I hope they find him soon. Come on, long arm of the law, help us. About the mastermind of the Feast of Shadows. To put a stop to the Feast of Shadows, it would help if I knew more about how the curses of the Seven Mysteries first came about. If that's the case, you're probably best off talking to the crabby researcher guy. You mean Mr. Araishi? I would very much like to talk to him. Alright, he's a teacher here too, isn't he? You would know him already. He might be more inclined to talk if one of his students is doing the talking. Do you know where he is? I do. We tried to talk to him, but he refused to cooperate. But you two should give it a try. He's at his usual cafe working on his papers. We're lucky that we didn't kill him off, because, you know, since he's alive, you know, if we kill him off, they couldn't, you know, interview him and then get more information. The cafe. Oh, the Kurokyo cafe in Kamezawa? Thanks, we'll head over there now. School rules say we are not allowed to go to cafes though. Don't worry about it, I allow it. Thank you. That's all it takes? There must be a mastermind behind everything. Someone who orchestrated all of this for a reason. I want to find out why. Hamadi lost something? Tommy did say that Mr. Yoshimi entrusted her with something. He did? What was it? Yoshimi gave her a talisman? Yes, apparently he also asked to look for another one, just like it, one that Michio had. What kind of talisman could they be? Boss? Doesn't ring a bell. But Yoshimi was talking about them with his dying breath. They must have been pretty important. Did they find a talisman on Michio where her body was found? Oh jerk, but if they did, Yoshimi would have had plenty of time to retrieve it before he died. Right. Would you consider giving us Hitomi's contact information? I'd like to talk to her about the talisman. I'm not sure, she never opened up to anyone except Mr. Yoshimi. I'm no good, huh? I always friends with Yoshimi though. You don't seem like too bad of a guy. Not all that scary for a cop. But I doubt it would be enough for her. She really doesn't want to end up becoming a suspect. To be honest, she was even a bit wary of us. Well then. Do you think she talked to Yoshimi's fiancé? Haven't they met before? Oh, they have! She told us all about that. Yes, she might be willing to talk to her. Alright, then we better find her fast. You haven't been able to reach her? That's a little worrying. Tomi Okuda. Mayu Chozawa. We'll let you know as soon as we manage to contact her. Okay. I'll be willing to give Hitomi's contact information to her. Oh right, one more thing. Hitomi told me that Mr. Yoshimi gave her instructions in the event that something happened to him. He told her to give the talisman to Mr. Nakagoshi from the police headquarters. What? It was Nakagoshi's case. Why would Yoshimi tell her that? Could you check on that? I will, but I don't know if they'll pick up when I call. Is he with the Paranormal Affairs Bureau? Yes. Nakagoshi is the chief, but he's almost never in, so I don't really know the guy. Okay, let's bring it up. Okay? Nakagoshi file. Okay, this one. Okay, this, where is it? Nakagoshi. Okay, the current chief of the paranormal affairs is a man named Kwiru Nakagoshi. Okay, so Nakagoshi is the top guy at the paranormal affairs. Okay, and the last chief was Mio's teacher, sensei. Okay, to be honest, I'm not even sure if he exists or if he's just a figurehead. I've never spoken to him myself. All of the paranormal affairs cases are referred as Nakagoshi cases. Jeez, what's up with that? That amulet Tommy was looking for may be the basic puzzle to this mystery. Think. Jonouchi was almost definitely killed by a curse, but I wonder about the exact cause of death. If the curse origin and the cause of death are connected, it could have given us another lead. What was that thing you mentioned about Michio earlier? Something about grudge? Did you know anything about her? What's your relation? I'm her friend. I was actually planning to resurrect her at first. Ah, I see. We gained quite a lot of information from you two. It's only fair we share as well. Tell her, Ariel. Alright. Keep in mind that this is just a theory though. A paranormasight theory. Okay. After re-examining the crime scene, Yoshimi concluded that Michio's death wasn't a suicide but a vehicular collision. Wait, what? An accident? Being hit by a speeding truck or a van would have resulted in similar injuries? The investigation was ordered by Yoshimi, so it seemed he had his doubts about being a suicide. A van? Speeding? Yako, what's wrong? Are you okay? Ah! What? A van! There's a young man in the driver's seat. In the passenger. Wait. There's a young man in the driver's seat. In the passenger seat. A woman? Yako! Huh? Yes. Are you back now? How do you feel? You're covered in sweat. Yeah, I'm okay, I think. Sorry, I went a little crazy there. It's not a problem, as long as you're okay. It was quite a surprise though. Yoshimi talked to you about Michio, didn't he? Well, he didn't give me any specifics, if you're wondering about that. So I don't know what was truly on Michio's mind either. Right. Do you have any idea why Jonouchi was so scared of Michio? Well, about that, I'm not sure exactly how to put this, but... I see. Well, I half expected it was something like that. Thank you for telling me. Sorry it's hard to explain. I wonder what he got his hands on to be able to blackmail her like that. Oh yeah. I think like Richter Kai. Okay? I think he could provide like the minor, like, it's not a big piece of the puzzle, but it's still like the thing that connects all of them. Okay. Michio, what happened? Okay. Let's check her out first. Nothing. Okay, talk. This is one hell of a coincidence, huh? Think. What do we need to do now? Alright, that's enough. Mio, what do you think? I knew it the second I looked at the scene. You're right. Traces of a curse still linger here. Figure as much. Does that mean Jonouchi was killed by one of the curses of the Seven Mysteries? Yes, a strong curse like that always leaves behind a trace. Wait, what? Wow, Mio, you're so calm. Are you used to this kind of thing? I wouldn't say I'm used to it. It just comes with experience, I guess. No, I've heard some stories about you. Didn't you investigate a gruesome scene where someone had been killed by a paranormal attack without even breaking a sweat? Stop it, Mr. Tsumi. He's going to get the wrong idea. Mio, you're a professional. You think? Totally, you're cool even in the face of death. That's awesome. When you put it like that, I'm not sure how awesome it is. Dong. Hey boss, Forensic is calling. I'll go see what they have to say. Sure, thanks. Boss, they found this on the ground, a short distance away from the scene. What is it? A ribbon? Yeah, the kind you use to tie up your hair. What? I've seen that ribbon before. You have? Go on then. Yeah! That's the ribbon that Michio always used to wear. What? That means that Michio was here. Are you sure? Definitely. I have the same one at home. We bought them together. That has to be hers. Then, did she come back to life? Somebody revived her? Ow! If I was Michio and I came back to life, where would I go? That's the question. She got her revenge on Jonouchi, but she may have more revenge to dish out. Is there anyone else she have a grudge against? Well, what about the guy who killed her in the collision? If he really did come back to life, then it's terribly sad that she's spending her new chance at life like this. Being obsessed with revenge is a tragic way to live. I'm afraid that's all we can tell you. Don't worry, you were a big help. Thank you. We should start our search for Nejima and Mayu Chozawa. It might be worth it to check Michio's house as well, just in case. Let's use the school as our base of operation. If anything happens, go to one of the officers hanging around here. Got it! Thank you, and good luck. We'll go to Mr. Araishi about a way to lift this curse. Alright boss, let's get going whenever you're ready. Okay. Move! That's a lot of information we got there. Dayman. Dayman? Okay, I don't want to go here first because like, let's finish off the things that we have, okay? Like, you know, in the timeline so that we can have a better, you know, clearer picture. Throughout the night, Richard continues to gather information about the Curse Stones, while Haruie lies awake until dawn, preoccupied by the prospect of bringing her lost child back to life. I wonder what did he get, you know? Higima Haruie, 10 AM. Higima Mansion. Higimate. Good morning, ma'am. How are you feeling? I'm fine. I hope we can make good progress today. How's your curse stone looking? I haven't felt anything from it since sunrise. Interesting. It's possible that its power can only be unleashed at night then. That aside, why are you so late this morning? There are unfortunately some things that can't be investigated while the world slumbers. But I did some research done in what limited time I had. Very well, let's talk. We may be surrounded by curses and death, but it matters little. My only concern is whether I can see my child again. Oh, hello, Night for Night. He's looking a bit tired. He must have been up all night investigating. by the way, there's something I wanted to talk to you about. And what's that? Our current plan is to steal a curse stone that's already absorbed soul dregs, but I'm wondering if it would suffice to not steal, but instead negotiate with the curse bearer and have them use the right for our purposes. Oh, I mean, I suppose that would accomplish the same, but do you think it's possible? So long as we can offer compensation, it may prove much easier than you expect. Well, her family is rich because they are, because her family is, you know, have deep ties with the police and high ranking as well. Compensation. Cash, for instance. That wouldn't be off the table for a family as rich as the Shikimas, would it? Of course. Why, any amount would be fine if you get the job done. I won't let monetary matters lead me to regrets the way it did back with the ransom. Okay, with that option on the table, let's figure out a strategy. Before that, let's check out, okay? The town is beginning to wake up once more. The clamor of society can be heard from beyond the garden gates. Like any day, a cloud of pollution drifts out from the industrial area. This is the old mansion where I was born and raised. Oh, it's not there anymore. You have to find it. The stickers. He's looking a bit tired. He must have been up all night investigating. About the curse bearers. Do you have a curse bearer with whom we can negotiate in mind? Not yet. Surprisingly, it seems that other curse bearers haven't been that proactive about collecting their soul drag. Did you see the news this morning? No, I haven't. Overnight, 3 mysterious deaths were reported in this area. They've yet to announce the identities of the bodies found, but they've been nicknamed the Honjo serial killing. It garnered quite some attention on the streets. Oh my. Only 3? That's the thing? That's what I thought. Even if the victims weren't curse bearers, just 1 or 2 wouldn't be enough soul drag. And for what those curse stones are capable of, a mere 3 victims seems a little on the low side. When we played at Shogo, we killed like at least around 5 if I'm not mistaken. With this little activity all throughout the night, the curse bearers must be a cautious bunch. What's holding them back? Are we not all after the power of resurrection? There may still be some undiscovered victims, but it doesn't seem like anyone has gathered enough soul drags yet. We might have to set up some bait to spur them. Oh god! And we offered them the deal. Curse bearers. None of the curse bearers seems very proactive. I wonder if this situation could be what the mastermind who kicked it all off intended. Now that's an interesting theory. You think there's someone behind this all? You mentioned hearing an agonizing voice telling you to kill when you first obtained the curse stone. That doesn't sound like a coincidence to me. Someone agitated the curses in this area on purpose, and they are likely after the Rite of Resurrection as well. So you're thinking this person is not one of the curse bearers? You've got a sharp mind, ma'am. So it might seem obvious for the mastermind to become a curse bearer and collect soul drags if they were after the Rite. This would be very risky since as a curse bearer, they themselves would become target. So it'd actually be more convenient for them if the curse bearer moved less aggressively. That's right. But despite that, they've been inciting the curse bearers to commit murders. Why? Let's consider this. What if the mastermind isn't trying to collect soul drags themselves? You mean their intention was also to steal the souls while the other curse bearers compete with each other from the start? Sitting back and observing from the sidelines is the safer course of action, which is why I figured it's best for us to attempt the same strategy. So how should we do it? There's still reason to suspect the mastermind could be a curse bearer himself. To be honest, I want to keep my distance from whoever it is. There's no telling what kind of power they might possess. Whether our aim is to negotiate or steal, we have to outpace the mastermind in making contact with the other curse bearers. How do you suppose we do so? At this point, all we can do is search. If the mastermind inciting the curse bearer to collect soul drag, can we be sure there even is a Rite of Resurrection? Good question. The rite could be nothing but a myth fabricated to spur the curse bearers into action. Seeing it might be for naught, do you want to give up, ma'am? Never. Understood. After all, we'll never know the truth unless we see it for ourselves. But we'll do it without using the curses ourselves. By the way, I met a few people who seemed like potential curse bearers last night. I did some investigating into all of them, but I only managed to get detailed information on 2. Let me guess, the 2 police officers. You're quick. I suppose that's to be expected from an investigator extraordinaire. I appreciate the flattery. First, there's Ayame Tono, the girl we talked to before. So she isn't a curse bearer herself. She's a student university. She's a student attending T University of Art. She currently lives alone in an apartment near Midoricho Park. You even determine her address? You're not one to be underestimated, Mr. Investigator Extraordinaire. I call every single university with ukiyo-e in the curriculum pretending to be her parent. I went around to check on her place on the way here. It doesn't seem like she returned home last night. I'm worried she might run into some trouble. Didn't you attempt to follow her last night? I'm embarrassed to say, but I couldn't. She shook me. I couldn't keep track of her. And here I thought you were an investigator extraordinaire. I'd like to learn more about her, but it would take some time. She's planning to steal the curse stones, just like us. It's best we act carefully around her. Next is the tall man who was dressed in black. Oh yeah, this guy. Nope. This one. Like, we kill him off right off when we were at Shogo. But we know that he doesn't have a curse echo. Oh yeah, she was working for the company, for the chairwoman. Maybe she's the one that started it all. I met him near Kinshicho. He stood out with the way he dressed. I managed to get some good information from him. Impressive. What can I say? He works as the secretary to Hikaku Soap's chairwoman. I believe his name was Takumi Yumioka. The Hikaku Soap's headquarters and factories are both located in Honjo, correct? Yes, they've been here for a while, but it's only in the past 10 years that the company has shown great significant growth. I remember seeing the chairwoman on the news as a few years back. She seems very shrewd. With the increase in sales, I assume she wants her factories running at full capacity. But with the harsh restriction against industrial waste, a lot of factories with older equipment had to be shut down. That's right, even 10 years ago there were many complaints about chemical plants dumping waste into the river. Most companies back then were more concerned with making profit than protecting the environment. I wonder what a man working for such a company would have been up to in the middle of the night. On the way here, I stopped by the company headquarters and they hadn't started for the day. I should have better luck later. Let's hope you will. Perhaps they are interested in seeing the rite would be beneficial for their product research into skin and beauty care? Ha! Now that's an interesting thought. I ran into one more suspicious young man last night. This one seemed to be out collecting soul drags, right? Indeed, I couldn't get a good look at him though, and I couldn't gather enough intel to properly identify him. It's either Jonouchi or Mr. Araishi. Well, that's a shame, but I can make an educated guess. Oh, You know that researcher who discovered the ancient text on Rite of Resurrection? The one that lives near here? His name is Hideki Araishi, and the man I met was similar in stature. Oh my, even he's involved? How awfully suspect. Considering his background, couldn't he be the one who initiated the whole affair? I think it's possible, yes. Which is why I decided to refrain from making contact with him for the time being. Safety first. Understandable. Of course, I want to learn more, but this isn't the right time to be focusing on him. I prefer to ascertain who else is the curse bearer. First, I return to Yakusuk to see the man in black. Their headquarters are down in South Wadi Gesui Street. About the kidnapping. I learned something new about the criminal involved with the kidnapping. It concerned the serial killing. There was a body found in Komagata High School. The person was identified as the school teacher. His name was Kohei Jonoji. Do you think he was a curse bearer? Not sure, it's possible. But regardless, this means the two people who knew about the truth about the kidnapping are both dead. Just when we're getting somewhere. It isn't enough to make me give up, of course. Still, we don't know anything about Michio Shiraishi residence. It'd be wise to pay a visit. Understood. Do you think they're gonna work together with, with Tetsuo? About the serial killing. In addition to the 3 victims associated with Honjo serial killing, there's Michio Shiraishi, who reportedly committed suicide, and the police officer who died at the former Yasuda garden. If strange deaths continue occurring like so, they are bound to inspire strange rumors. But those last two have nothing to do with the Seven Mysteries, no? It's true, both occurred a week before this accursed situation began. Still, it cannot be ruled out. It's possible that the mastermind was involved even with those killings. How? What if there were preliminary steps to awakening the Seven Mysteries curse? Can we really assume that they are unrelated just because the timing doesn't match up? Or rather, the police officer's death is so baffling that it would be easier if it were connected to the curses. The victim wasn't the type to be caught off guard easily. You seem to know a lot about this. I suppose we weren't strangers. My personal feelings might be wrapped up in this one too. I see. If you were to investigate this matter more, you might get a lead on the mastermind. You're right. If you wish to focus on the mastermind identity, this would be a fine starting point. You might even discover more deaths related to the curses on the way. We should pay attention to today's news. That's all I have to report. Shall we continue with our investigation? What do you want me to do? If you still can't use the curse stone, taking a walk should be a fine place to start. Right, let's go together. I want to see what's going on for myself. In that case, I trust you to decide on where we should go, ma'am. The house... Wait. No one's in the mansion at the moment. The door has been shut. The housekeeper has already left after cleaning and preparing food. Where should we begin my search? Which places have stood out? You know, I want to go to the school and hopefully like all of them can meet up. Here we are at Ground Zero, Komagata High School. I guess it's logical that the police got this place shut down. The teacher's body was found here after all. It's as if the students have nowhere to go now that the school is closed. I think we'll end it here, okay? So I'll continue this tomorrow, okay? Around the same time, but we're at least 60%, 70% through it, okay? So I want to level up a little bit on triangle strategy. I did level up a bit, but you know, I want to go for a bit more, okay? So with that said, I'll end the stream here, and I'll see you guys later for triangle strategy or tomorrow for Paranormasight. So that's it for now. See you guys next time. Bye bye. If you like the stream, please like and subscribe.